In the last video, I talked about this millet that I planted and how I just didn't get a good stand on here, and it's through my own fault. I'll take all the blame for it. But you can see the line out through there. The first part that was planted did really good. The other part, it's starting to come on. We got a pretty good rain yesterday. Got about 1 inch of rain. I've also been trying to put a little water on it the last few days with sprinklers, at least parts of it. So it's starting to come on. Here, sheep. The issue I've got is what I planted first is ready to be grazed. It needs to be grazed down, and the other part's not ready yet. So I'm just going to run me a temporary fence out through here, fence off the part that needs to be grazed, and I'm going to turn these couple of rams out on this and let them graze it for a couple of days and see what happens with it. So let's get some fence up. These boys will probably be happy to get some fresh grass. One of them has been on hay, one with his head in the mineral feeder. He's been on hay for a while now. He'll probably be ready to get some fresh grass. And I'm sure this young boy here will be more than happy to go out there and help him eat it. Well, it's actually the next morning. I got the fence up down through here to divide this off, and I believe these boys like this pearl millet pretty well. They've got in there and ate quite a bit of it. I was somewhat concerned when they went out under that shade tree out there. They're right across the fence from the other rams, and to be honest, they really just didn't pay each other much attention. So I don't have to worry too much about them fighting through the fence. What do you think, boy? Huh? What do you think there, big boy? You're starting to fill out pretty good too. I believe you're going to be all right. Not sure how them brown spots are going to go on my white ewes, but we'll find out. You don't think you need a treat, don't you? Stuff's not bad, is it, boys? You ever have one of those days where Well, you know it's going to be a busy day. In fact, you know it. You've known it for several days that this day was going to be busy. You planned for it. You knew several days ahead of time. This is going to be a busy day. You got it all planned out. What you're going to do, when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it. You're going to get everything done. Good to go. And then it just don't work out. Well, this is one of those days. We're getting ready to go on vacation. Now, by the time this post, we'll already be back from vacation, because I know I'm not going to get this posted before then. What are you complaining about? So, excuse me. So, this morning, late morning, early afternoon, I went to the summer pasture to check on the ewes, make sure everything's good to go there before we leave. They're going to have plenty of water. They got plenty of grass. They got shade. They've got everything they need. I've got somebody lined up to kind of keep an eye on them and make sure everything is okay. And you get over and look them over, and one of them's got a problem. One of the ewes has a bloody nose. This is the first time I've seen one with a bloody nose like that, and who knows what it caused it. It could be a lot of things, but the one thing I'm concerned about it being is nasal bots. Nasal bots are they're actually, I think, considered a fly. They look like a little honeybee almost. If you've ever had horses or dealt with horses, you know what I'm talking about. They get the little eggs laid on their legs. They use their mouth to scrape their legs because it itches. That gets into their nasal, and the eggs hatch into a larvae, which can just wreak havoc in there. So I always tried to stay ahead of them when I had horses. One of the effective dewormers, I guess you would say, for the bots is ivermectin. Ivermectin does not work real well for intestinal parasites on sheep, but it does still work on the nasal bots. So since I used to use ivermectin pretty regular to worm horses when I had them, I really never had a problem with the bots. If I saw the eggs on there, I had a little comb, I'd brush off their legs and everything would be fine. That's not the case with the sheep. I can't get out there and brush their legs every few days. So I need to get these ewes up. I'm gonna treat them all with ivermectin just to knock that out before we leave on vacation. The issue is they're at the summer pasture and I have no working facilities over there. So I have taken down part of the facilities that I have here, and all my aluminum panels that I'm sure you've seen before, I've got them hanging on the side of the trailer. Even though it's fairly hot, I think I'm going to set that up, run the ewes into the trailer and work through them in there in that trailer, and I'll just treat one of them, mark it with a livestock pin and livestock marker, and when I get done I'll turn them out. So I really didn't have time to do this today, but I guess they weren't real concerned about what kind of time I had. So we better get at it. Well, that went so well, I forgot to turn the camera on. A little makeshift corral didn't work too bad. I know it's hot in here, girls. We'll try to hurry up. Now, I have noticed several of these girls are a little snotty-nosed. Like this one right here. May not show on the camera, but she's got a little bit of snot there. I'm looking for the one that I saw earlier that actually had some blood on her nose. Is that you back there hugging the wall? Well, where are you, girl? I don't want to stay in here any longer than we have to. You'd think as I go by, some of them would want to peel off, but they don't. Get my leg in there. Y'all can squeeze in there. Let me do it. All right, hold on, hold on. Wait. Everybody's good. Yeah, I thought that red crown would be good because I could see it easy. But I forgot to think about, I've got some other people that are going to look after the sheep for me. And the first thing they're going to think is they're all bleeding. I'll have to be sure and tell them that they've all got a red mark on them.